Hi, it is iYikkam time again. So, a few days ago, a viewer of my YouTube messaged me asking me how to do pressure tests for his Wing Chun. And so I try to understand more what he means, and what I found out is similar with a lot of my YouTube viewer. They don't understand what I'm presenting in this YouTube. Many of the people, they watch my video and then somehow they start thinking what they are doing is what I am presenting. And so they continue to do whatever they do, and then they continue to think that what they are doing is exactly as what I'm saying. Okay? And so I probe in further, asking more questions. And it turns out he showed me the following. So this is in the YouTube. So everybody can go to the YouTube and check it out. Okay? So according to him and his friend is that these people are idiots. They are crabs. They know nothing about Wing Chun. Okay? And that's why they asked me about how to do pressure tests and to show these people they know Wing Chun and so forth, or they defend Wing Chun and so forth. So I took a look of all this video. And you know what? What these people say has the merit. Okay? So what they say, what they talk about has a merit. It is the problem of many Wing Chuners. It is a big problem. It is almost like hitting bankrupt, and you still don't want the Wall Street the analysts to tell you what's going on. Okay? Now, the issue is this. If we Wing Chuner keeping doing those movie stuff and nonsense stuff, other people is going to point it out what is the issue. If we don't want other people to say that, then we better straighten ourselves up. So many told me for this YouTube, oh, these people who make the YouTube about Wing Chun sucks. They are idiot. What they do is crap. They are talking nonsense. Whole bunch of stuff. But guess what? A lot of them who say so, these guys are idiot and so forth, are in denial. In denial. Okay? So, today I'd like to share with you this very important video. And today is the last day of 2016. Hopefully, those who love Wing Chun, by next year, which is less than 24 hours, 2017, let's progress instead of get stuck into this. If we try to, or if we keep present people nonsense, people are going to tell us that we are doing nonsense. Okay? Now, first I'd like to answer the questions on pressure tests. Because all these Wing Chun friends, they are my viewer here, who message me, talk about pressure tests, like everybody talk about this big term, pressure test. You know what? if we use a real life example, how is the fireman who has to handle fire, emergency, the fireman, how will they handle it? How did they do their pressure test? Firemen, real life firemen, people can get killed in fire. Okay? Well, the bottom line is simple. One need to have the educations so that one know what is one handling. Okay? If one doesn't know what is one handling, how is it going to be pressure test? So as we see, all the firemen go through the fire handling training, the educations. Instead of out of the blue talk about this pressure test and thinking pressure test is this big thing, if anybody pass it, it will be great, or it is legitimate and so forth. You look at it. In reality, even the firemen who well trained, when they try to help people in fire, sometimes they sacrifice themselves. Okay? So that's real life. So if we really want to talk about pressure test, then ask ourselves, how much education do we have similar to the firemen? Are they well trained, well educated before they go out there in emergency trying to save somebody's home? So pressure test is this simple. Okay? Pressure test is not the root. The root is, do we have the education? Do we know what the heck we are trying to do, or what the heck are we facing? Okay? Don't use pressure test as a macho stuff. If we go to talk to a fireman can show you many ways how they have to handle fire. Okay? So that is the pressure test. And now, I like to share with you. Let's stop calling those who make these videos idiot, or they don't know what they are talking about, what they do is crap. Let's educate ourselves so we know what is Wing Chun. Okay? If we don't know what is Wing Chun ourselves, how are we going to expect other people to respect our art? And also, Wing Chun is not everything. Wing Chun is Wing Chun. It is just like Ferrari is Ferrari, Porsche is Porsche, BMW is BMW, Mercedes is Mercedes. Okay? But what you don't want is keeping talking about Ferrari, and when people want to see our Ferrari, guess what? We pedal a bicycle. People are gonna laugh the hell out of us. Okay? Now, in order to understand Wing Chun, to cut to the most bottom line, one need to know the momentum of Wing Chun, the momentum characteristics of Wing Chun, and the Wing Chun mechanics. So again, the momentum characteristics of Wing Chun and the Wing Chun mechanics, two things. And the Wing Chun mechanics is the mechanics needed to support the Wing Chun momentum. And the Wing Chun momentum is the style or the way how Wing Chun execute its momentum in a fighting. This simple. So the Wing Chun momentum characteristic, Wing Chun momentum characteristic, and the Wing Chun mechanics. Without knowing this two, forget about it. We just have to admit we don't know Wing Chun. Period. Okay? So as I usually present. In Chinese martial art, there are long fists where you keep this distance, 40 centimeter of distance, and you loosen this shoulder, you loosen this hip, and the arm is strapped long, and there's a lot of change here. Okay? And the footstep, the footwork is very mobile. That is the long fist type or generic long fist type of momentum characteristics. And there's a short strike type. We just move in here, twirl, and snap. Two different types of generic momentum characteristics. And Wing Chun belongs to this one, not this one. When Wing Chun said the elbow is sinking because it is this, wing elbow close to the core. It is not this, where the elbow is straightened out. So actually it is pretty ridiculous. In one way, say Wing Chun have to sing like this, but when you punch this way. Instead of the elbow sing like that, it snap this way. So look at a lot of people of us, many of us, we talk Wing Chun is sinking, using elbow power. But then we punch this way. So that just shows one have no idea what is the Wing Chun momentum characteristics and the Wing Chun mechanics. That's simple. Now, to further illustrate it, what is Wing Chun? Okay? This is a bow. Okay? So, this is the arrow. This is a weapon. Wing Chun is like a bow and arrow too. It has its momentum characteristic, which is dictate the range. Okay? So you have the momentum characteristic like this, bow and arrow, which dictate the range. The second, Wing Chun have its mechanics, like this bow mechanics here. Okay? So in order to call this a bow and arrow, the weapon, one need to know the range and how to handle this bow and the strategy and the mechanics. If one know that even one face a tiger, as soon as one pick the proper range, the proper strategy, based on the momentum characteristics and based on the proper bow mechanics, a tiger is much bigger than a human. One still have a good chance to take down the tiger. Same with Wing Chun. Okay? So I hope that this is clear. But don't expect Wing Chun is a spear, a samurai sword. Wing Chun is not that. Wing Chun is just this. So, in the ancient, one first master, really master or be able to handle an art before one study other stuff. One get in depth handling of an art before one go looking at other, investigating other stuff. Okay? That's how Wing Chun supposed to be learned pre-1840. But if you look at this today, you add BJJ in there, you add Western boxing there, you add Tai Chi there, everything you add in there. But it's not Wing Chun. Meaning that if we're talking about bow and arrow, we put an axe there, we put a gun there, we put a whip there, but it says nothing about a bow and arrow. That's how serious it is, okay? And without knowing this mechanics here, how is supposed this bow to work? It doesn't work, okay? So, the bottom line basic which one need to have a basic Wing Chun education is in this list in the beginning Wing Chun books. So this is the book. This is the list. Without knowing this, it is really hopeless. What are we talking about? It's like we don't know the bow and arrow. So again, to conclude this, to summarize this, you need to know the Wing Chun momentum characteristic, the mechanics, and then this list in this paper, which is supporting this, in order to say that we know the basic Wing Chun. Let's not talking about expert, grandmaster, all this stuff. Just stick to the very basic, very fundamental. That's what it is. So if we want to call ourselves a Wing Chun man, which is I really thinking a lot of people really respectable admirer, they put themselves out there, claim that they are a Wing Chun man, and they do everything to help Wing Chun. We need these educations, okay? We need these educations, so we can even defend Wing Chun better, or make use of Wing Chun better, and we understand the pros and cons of Wing Chun. And we can improve. There's a lot of room to improve. But unless we know a bow, what is this? We keep thinking an axe, a whip, or samurai sword. We're gonna go nowhere. Okay? And then the guy who put out the video out there is going to put out the video on what we show them. So what to complain? It is us, not them. Okay, after I share with you this core, I'd like to tell you about 3 shortcuts in past 160 years. 3 shortcuts, which is extremely damaging to Wing Chun. At all costs, real Wing Chun lover who want to claim we are a Wing Chun man, we need to avoid this at all costs. Drop it. The first thing is what I call what I name it as the relationship shortcut. Relationship shortcut run this way. Oh, I am the descendant of iYikkam, so my Wing Chun is authentic. My last name is Yik, like iYikkam, so I am authentic. My father is iYikkam, so I am authentic. And I know all the Wing Chun. I am the advanced guy, I am the grandmaster. Drop that, okay? Anybody want to teach in MIT or Harvard, they have to take all the examination, prove themselves in order for them to teach in Harvard or Stanford University. Nobody going down there because I have this relationship. Or you know what? I study from Grandmaster iYikkam, the king of Wing Chun. So I know it all. I have the whole system. You go to Stanford University, you ask those professors in physics, is that the case when they teach physics? Are they there because they have relationship with Sir Isaac Newton, or they are close to Sir Isaac Newton? So this is what I call the relationship shortcut. For past 160 years, many of this like that. But what is the qualification? Zero. It is like if I claim I am the disciple of Sir Isaac Newton's student, I go to Stanford University, I say I want to be the top grade full-time professor. They're going to kick me out, okay? I better show my diploma, my credential and so forth, instead of I am the student of the such and such Grandmaster of Physics, which is related to Sir Isaac Newton. Okay? So number one, this is a kiss of death. Number two, magic shortcut. Magic shortcut sound this way. Energy, mind power, 站桩, internal art, 膨进气. It's like that. Okay? Or you just have to stand there doing 修炼套 3 hours and you will get the power. You have to 山庄, or you have to study 膨, and then your Wing Chun will be advanced. And then, or you can have to have your mindfulness. You will get that. The Wing Chun. And you have to be natural, like Taoist, the Lao Tzu said natural. And then you have to have the Jing, energy in the body, okay? If you keep training, you have the energy in the body. And you have the Qi, the mind power. You know, drop this thing. Let me tell you this. All this mind power, all this thing, even if Sakyamuni Buddha is here today, he couldn't do that. You know how ridiculous it is? Even if Sakyamuni Buddha, who had all his mindfulness and all this chi and everything, if he want to cook something, he has to learn how to make fire to cook the food. If he want to put off the fire, he need to learn how to handle the fire. So don't tell me that because of the mindfulness, because of all this magical thing, the mind power, the Buddha can cook his own food without doing anything, without knowing fire at all. Okay? There's a movie it's showing in the theater now. It's called Great Wall. Okay? At that time, 1,000 years ago, that is a person, a very famous and very influential person named Han Feizhi. He said that if you want to wait for a bamboo, a straight bamboo, to make an arrow, it is almost have no chance you can have that. The reason I bring this up is this. Even 1,000 years ago, they are not stupid as people today who read some Taoist book and so forth saying that, oh, just be nature, 站桩, everything will come. The guy who built the Great Wall already said, if you want to wait for a straight bamboo or wood to make an arrow, you have to wait 500 years or something, okay? So it is not realistic at all to talk about this mind power, nature, chi, and so forth, okay? How is one supposed to know this mechanics? of of this bowl by just meditate. Even the Buddha want to know this. He has to learn this. This is technology. Okay? It cannot be shortcut by this magic. And you can see a lot of people go practice internal art, push hand, 挥手. And this is called 平静. And then say, well, if you want to advance Wing Chun, you go practice that. Have to be soft and then to do this thing. Well, sir, what has that got to do with this? Wing Chun is sticking body, short strike mechanics here, using this retract arm and twirl. What is this type of style got to do with that? You know, you can go study this and then do all this push hand and have all the tricks. You can study for 100 years. But the guy who studied the Wing Chun mechanics, the retract close to the core and the twirl in 3 weeks can handle the guy who do this and thinking they have advanced Wing Chun. Because this guy studied the mechanics. The other guy is like thinking, oh yeah, you know, I go meditate, om, and I get into this advanced Wing Chun, and then I can, you know what? I park my lower forearm or my hip down, lock the whole joints. iYikkam I practice Yulin Tao with my mind power. I have this advanced Wing Chun. What is that got to do with Wing Chun mechanics? What is that got to do with Wing Chun momentum characteristic? Zero. So how is that all those magic stuff do anything to Wing Chun? Nothing. And even ridiculous, when I talk about bowl, the 7 bowl, like this, mechanics. The bowl, you have the mechanics and you have a whole bunch of stuff here. People say, oh yeah, you know, I know it too. It is about joints. See, in Yang Tai Chi, there are 9 pearls. It's the equivalent with their 7 bowls. That's what I call, oh my God. Is that simple to check people who know the Wing Chun momentum and mechanic? Sure. Anybody trained in that in 24 hours, don't even need 24 hours, 12 hours. Or 6 hours, one will go out and say, hey, you don't do Wing Chun. That's not Wing Chun mechanic, that's not Wing Chun momentum. So, this type of magic shortcut, drop it. No grandmaster come out from that. You check past 160 years. Which grandmaster come out practicing this magic and suddenly voila become a top Wing Chun grandmaster? None. In fact, if you look at by record, people who practice this have no idea of what is the Wing Chun momentum characteristics and the mechanics. And again, the Wing Chun characteristics and mechanics is nothing to do with me. It is scientifically, we can track, we can check it out, verify it is a common denominator of Wing Chun in the past. Not in this past 60 years and when everybody claim anything they want with magic and so forth. Okay? Second. So this is the second shortcut which is we want to drop if you're serious about Wing Chun. The third thing is the lineage shortcut. Okay? Today's everybody love to put their name. Hendrik Wing Chun, Santo Wing Chun, this Wing Chun, that Wing Chun. Just because I do whatever, I create whatever, I call it my lineage, my Wing Chun. Does that have anything to do with Wing Chun? Zero. Okay? Wing Chun is Wing Chun. Example, you go to MIT, you go to Boston University, you go to Stanford, you go to Harvard, there is a physics department. Physics department, okay? So you go everywhere, it is physics department, everybody will talk about Newton's 3 laws and so forth. None of them call this is Stanford physics, Harvard physics, MIT physics, UC Berkeley physics. It's not. They say this is the physics department in Stanford University. Okay? But today, it is not that way in Wing Chun. Everybody say, oh, this is Sento Wing Chun. I do it my way. Oh, but you know what I'm doing? I can do boxing, some grappling, Tai Chi, some Choi Lei Fat, some Hongga, some Xingyi. And then I practice Xiu Lim Tao, parking, like the car parking in parking lot and driving the turning the driving wheel, and I said that there's Santo Hendricks Wing Chun. Okay, that's what happened. And then the student, my student, because they are close to me, they have this, as what I'm saying, that this is a relationship shortcut. So they know all my system. They have learned the complete Wing Chun according to me, which is related to ancient. But it actually created by me, okay? And I don't even know Wing Chun. And then when my student asked more, you know what I said? Oh, this is from Zhan Zhuang, can bounce people away. Okay? Oh, this is from my Zen Qigong, Xu Yin. And actually Xu Yin is my Qigong, real, legitimate, via Grandmaster Xuan Huan. Okay? So I can pull all this thing, make my lineage. Past 160 years. If you read the thing, it is, if we really serious Wing Chun, we will cry reading that thing. Because that is going to cause Wing Chun bankruptcy. Okay? Serious. So, this is what I like to share with you. If you really love Wing Chun, don't argue with those Wing Chun Sucks people. Listen to what they say. There's legit there. There are credits there. Okay, need to give it because we show them what we show them. They tell us about what they see. The second one need to know the Wing Chun characteristic and the mechanics. Like know the bows and arrow. You know how to use it, where to use it, and the pro and con, the strength and the weakness. Don't try to be Western boxing. Don't try to be BJJ. Everybody is good. They have their strength and their weakness. And be good at one. Before go around all this thing and we don't even know Wing Chun. And if you want to get the basic development, scientific thing, get that list. You don't have to buy my book, but get that list. Get that workout, learn from somebody. Get it clear because this is basic, this scientific common denominator. Okay? And then avoid the 3 shortcut. The relationship shortcut, the magic shortcut, and the lineage shortcut. Oh, I got it too, I know it too, I have 7 bowls too. What are you talking about? Oh, 7 bowls from the Yang Tai Chi 9 pose. What, did they talk about the fit bowl handling? No. Did they talk about the Wing Chun mechanics? No. So this is to share with you today. Today is the last day of 2016. This year will be past. And this video will be stay in YouTube in next 100 years. By the time I'm gone already. but I want everybody to know. All the pressure tests, all for those who love Wing Chun. We need to put a standard education out there with a standard. Lineage is like Stanford University, Harvard University. Everybody have their physics department, and everybody generate good people out there and making good compensation for their professor. That's what lineage is about. That is the standard, that's the quality. So have a good, happy New Year.